Fog we've had has created dangerous conditions out on the road and in the air.
The website for the Springfield-Branson National Airport shows several flights are delayed or canceled. You see that in the red right here, but the airport says what you see online may not be accurate.
That's because the schedules are really behind. Francis Watson is at the airport with the big decision to close runways and the best way to stay informed on your flight. Francis.
Yeah, Paul, Maria, Springfield-Branson National Airport officials say they can't remember the last time the fog was bad enough to cancel or delay flights. Now, a local pilot tells me that there are some aviation regulations that establishes the rules, but for people who are trying to get to and from their destination, those rules may seem unreasonable.
We've had a lot of fog for the past 36 hours. It was so bad here at the airport that the visibility was less than an eighth of a mile. That's about 1,000 to 1,200 feet.
And that lack of visibility at the Springfield-Branson National Airport closed the runways for a short time, putting passengers like Sydney Littlejohn in a jam.
I have a 2.5-year-old, and there wasn't a flight for 2 days.
She was on her way back to Springfield from California when the fog set in.
Actually crying my eyes out because I've never been in a situation like this where I'm away from home, away from family, and I didn't have anywhere to go. Had money for food and all that stuff, but not nearly enough money for, say a $200 hotel that's around the airport, or a rental car to get there, or even a car seat to get there also because it was also stuck.
Not sure how she was going to get home from the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, a stranger came to her rescue.
I had met somebody in line, and they're like, "Hey, I got my plane transferred to Oklahoma City, where my wife is driving 4 hours from Springfield just to pick me up. If you want a ride, we'll give you a ride."
In Springfield this morning when I left, you could literally see the dips of those fog layers.
Charter airline pilot Ken Evers says there are aviation regulations that establish when an airplane can land during foggy conditions.
There's actually a documentation for each airport, and it's called an approach plate. And those approach plates will specify the visibility you need to land at that particular airport, the cloud ceiling you need to have at that particular airport.
Evers says these rules aren't meant to be broken.
And for the safety of the passengers, there are non-negotiable requirements. If you can't see the ground at a certain point, even if you know that you probably go down to the 20, 30 feet, you'd see it, we don't break those rules ever.
Airport officials say it'll likely take most of tomorrow until flight schedules get back to normal. As far as checking out whether or not your flight is on time, airport officials recommend checking directly with your airline. Reporting live at the Springfield-Branson National Airport, I'm Francis Watson.
Thank you, Francis.